Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to a lovely night of trivia here at the Gaf East, Gaf West, Brazen Head, Waylon, Hibernia, and Biddy's pub. Looks like we got a nice little crowd here. Thank you in advance for donating. Absolutely excellent, because everything that we donate goes directly to the staffs of all of said bars, many of whom are still sort of out of work because, well, them's the breaks and that's the COVID. That's how we're staying safe. Hey, let's get this shit started. I went 4 seconds without swearing. Everything benefits the furloughed staffs of the Brazen Head and the Waylon. Our original members, Gaf West, Gaf East, and Biddy's pub, joined a little bit later. And our newest friend, now going on like 4 months, Hibernia, Hell's Kitchen. Everything we donate tonight goes to all of those staffs, so that's excellent. Make sure you follow them all on their Instagrams, listed thusly. Really getting a hang of this finger thing. And make sure you follow me at Augra27 and at Austin Tylero. And now, let's go into the rules. We've already accrued, well, a nice amount of donations tonight. That all goes to the staffs of those aforementioned bars. Here we go, guys. These are the rules of the evening. Rule 1, first donate. $10 per person. Not per team, but per person. You can do it at Austin T. Rogers at Venmo. The T stands for Texas Instruments. I don't know what the T stands for. It stands for Tyler. That's my middle name, Austin Tyler Rogers. That is my name. And this is our trivia. And I just hit my hand on the table. Next up, open the form in the Google chat. It is coming over right now. And when you open the form, you will also see at the top of the form the leaderboard. Open up the leaderboard form and put your team names in. Also, indicate which bar that you are supporting. And remember, the best team name is going to get $10 back, a freebie for next round, or just $10 if you want it. You'll Venmo me afterwards or note me on Venmo, and I will $10 you back. And we're playing for $50 on the line for the winner. Please put your team name in the column that says team name, and please put which bar that you support. And here's how you support them with these little handy-dandy acronyms. Acronyms? Abbreviations. Acronyms spell something. That's just straight up abbreviations. Teams of no more than 6 players, please. Also, finally, do not shout out the answers. And don't Google the answers, even though you are tempted to, because you are on a computer or a smartphone or a tablet. Do not Google the answers. And finally, reach on over to your keyboard right there and click that caps lock button, because everything, more Venmos are pouring in as we speak. Make sure you click the caps lock button when you answer all of your questions on the Google form, because it is case sensitive. It is case sensitive. And again, whatever the answers come up to be, don't worry about it, because we'll go over the answers after each round. And if you think that you're correct, let me know. I get to see everyone's answers, and I'll tell you you're correct or you're not. And you can add yourself a points because you score yourselves. That's why there's a leaderboard. At the end of every round, I will reveal the answers, but the Google form will actually grade you also. If you think the Google form made a mistake on grading, that means I made a mistake on grading, but that's where we are. And you'll just put in how many out of 10 or 12 or 20 or 94 that you got correctly, and then we'll see who wins tonight's contest. I see a bunch of team names are already turning them in. And if you don't have the leaderboard, I'm going to send that over on the Google form right now. Please make sure just one team member hits that submit button, and I'll let you know when to click the submit button. And we got some great rounds tonight, starting with round 1, dynamic duos. Round 2 was, the book was better. Round 3, before and after. The audio round is girl groups. Round 5, star-crossed lovers. And the last round tonight, as usual, is random shit you should know. We've got $50 on the line for the dinner. $50 on the line for the winner of tonight's contest. I've been up since 5:30 a.m., so I'm a little on the sleepy side. I had a Bailey's and coffee, Let's hope it kicks in. If it doesn't, I might nap halfway through tonight's show. So get your team names over on that leaderboard. And what's going to happen next is I'm going to reveal on screen right in front of you 12 images, a batch of 6, then another batch of 6, and you're going to enter into your round 1 Google form with caps locks on, spelling the best that you can, each of the half of the dynamic duos. Now you'll note there are 12 duos, and when you see the pictures, there will be a 12A, 12B, 7A, 7B. You get 1 point for each of the correct names of one half of the duo. Thus, 24 possible points on this board, but be careful. The duos may not be listed as you would usually know them. And also name each member of the duo in the context in which they appear. For example, if they've got a stage name while in that duo, I want the stage name, not what their real name is, etc., etc. It'll be pretty self-evident. After that, we go into round 2. The book was better. Round 3, before and after. The audio round is girl groups. After that, star-crossed lovers. Round 6, random shit you should know. Best score of the evening is going to get $50 back. Best team name gets $10. Well, we've got a nice little crowd going on right now. Kathleen's here. Jay's here. Ron and Sandra are here. My mom's here. Hi, Mom. So I think, 2 more Venmos just came in right now. Looking good, looking good, looking good. I'll give you guys about 5 more minutes to put your team names up there on the little leaderboard and make sure you indicate which bar you support. If you're having any problems, this is how you contact me right here on the chat. So make sure if you have any questions or comments or disputes about the answers, you let me know in the chat and I will respond to you as promptly as I possibly can. Just going to wait a couple more minutes for a couple more teams to fill out their team names and indicate which bar they support. And then we go into round 1, dynamic duos. Remember, 24 points are on the board for this. And the duos are going to be organized with an A and a B on the duo. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. And the duos may not be the way that you're used to saying their names. And again, everyone's duo name is referred to as they are in this context. If they've got a stage name in that duo, you go with the stage name that they got in that duo, not their given name or their stage name in another duo or a group, etc., etc. So everything's within context. That was me muting the microphone and coughing because I'm a human and stuff like that happens. I'm also getting a spam phone call right now, which I shan't answer. All right. Looks like we're ready to rock. Just a couple teams tonight, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun because those of you who have already donated have donated goodly and bigly. Here we go, guys, with round 1, dynamic duos. Again, there's going to be 12 photos put up on the board. Here's the rules in case you need them because I just reiterated them, yet here they are. 12 names are going up on the board, 24 points. 12 duos, A and B. Please put your caps locks on now. Round 1, dynamic duos. Remember, every duo is within the context of the pictured duo. You guys will have about 3 minutes to take a look at the first 6, then 3 minutes to take a look at the second 6, numbers 7 through 12. Then I'll give you some time to confer with your teammates. Then after that, you'll click submit. We'll go over the answers together. We'll get in arguments. You'll enter your own scores. You will grade yourselves. And then after that, we'll go into round 2. The book was better. Round 1, dynamic duos, is in front of you right now. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, etc., etc. Make sure that you name each of them per their duo name in the correct order as pictured. If they're fictional, it's within that context. If they're real people, it's within that context. If they're stage names, it's within that context. Everyone get it? Got it? Good. 3 minutes right here on round one. Dynamic duos at the Waylon, the Gaf East, the Gaf West, the Brazen Head, the Biddy's Pub, and the Hibernia Hell's Kitchen Trivia Fundraiser tins. While we're looking at them, how's everyone's week going? Other than America's a great country right now. Let's do a little roll call. Where's everyone from this time? I know last week we had some Seattleites. I believe we had some Tennesseans. Tennesseans, is that the proper terminology? I know I see we got a whole bunch of New Yorkers per usual. Mr. Jay Zuckerman representing as per routine. All right, just another minute left on numbers 1 through 6. Remember, each member of the duo is indicated with an A or a B. Make sure to put them in the proper spots because them's counts. Try your best to spell them your best. And try your best to keep them within the context in which they're pictured. All right, here come your next 6. And I'll let you guys take some time with your teammates and discuss through your own chosen modes of communication on what you think all of these duos are. Remembering, of course, that we are playing for $50 for the winner, and the best team name's going to get $10 back. Numbers 7 through 12. Remember, context counts. Ooh, Scott rocking San Rafael. I think you got the distance prize today. You're not in Flushing, Mama. You're at home. You don't live in Flushing anymore. You haven't for 44 years. Remember, for those team leaders who are filling out the form, make sure all caps are on and make sure you try your best to spell your best. I see a couple right here in which the spelling may be problematic, but you can grade yourselves once I reveal the answers. So don't worry too difficultly. Gotta get my banter better. My bantha banter. All right, I think that's enough time right now. You do not have to click submit quite yet, but here are the rules one more time, just in case you forgot them. The duos are listed as A and B, 1 point for each. That's 24 points total. Name each of the duos as they appear in that context, and they might not be in the order you're used to. So I'm going to give a couple minutes for you and your teammates to discuss amongst yourselves, and then I will call upon you to click that submit button. Remember to have caps locks on because it is case sensitive, and remember, just try your best to spell your best. After this, we've got round 2. Man, the book was better. Round 3 before and after. The audio round is girl groups. Following that is star-crossed lovers for round 5. And the last round tonight is random shizzy you should nizzy. I'll let you guys know when you have to turn them in. But in the meantime, take some time to discuss with your teammates and figure out what some of those are. One team has already turned them in and actually got a very commendable score. Good job, Unlearned League Rundle Z. Z stands for Z. And everyone else, you've got about a minute or so left before I ask you to click that final submit button. And if you're comfortable with your scores as adjudicated by the Google Forms, hop on over to the leaderboard and put how many out of 24 that you received next to your team name in the column appropriately marked. Duos. If you've got a dispute, you think you got something right, but you're not sure, wait. I'll reveal the answers shortly. Then we could review the answers with one another, your responses, and I could say, hey, you know what? You spelled that pretty close. Give yourself a point. Or absolutely not, you get no points. But remember, even if you don't do well on this round, Dynamic Duos, we got plenty of rounds left on the night. Man, the book was better for round 2. Before and after that. Before and after that. After that, before that. Girl groups for the audio round, name that tune and that group. Muchos puntos. And then, what was the next one? I completely forgot what the next one was. I should have a teleprompter. Well, I sort of do. Oh, girl groups, star-crossed lovers, and then the last round, random shit you should know. All right, guys, now is time to click that submit button. And wow. Wowwie Wow Wow Wow. Some great scores already. Roughly 1/3 of you have turned in your answers. But again, if you're comfortable with how the Google form graded you, hop on over to the leaderboard and put how many 24 you got in the corresponding column next to your name. If you're not happy with it, just wait 1 second. I will reveal the answers shortly. And in the meantime, everyone else, click that submit button right now. And I see everyone is adhering to the caps locks on. Good job, good job. Yep, and there's going to be some spelling problems there. Now, yes, see, what I try to do is I try to accommodate for all of your possible permutations of misspellings. Yet I'm never right. I'm never right. You always find a way to spell incredibly poorly, worse than I can possibly comprehend. Therefore, nearly impossible for me to anticipate all of your misspellings to give you a pass. All right. Final countdown to turn them in. Then the answers will be revealed. We'll have some discussions. And then you will hop on over to the leaderboard and put how many 24 you got right, which may be adjusted per what these answers are revealed as. Click, 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 submit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Submit is clicked. And I think we have everyone or more or less everyone turned in. If you're happy with your answers, tell us what you got. If you're not happy with your answers, wait until I reveal the answers, and then we'll have some fights. But I'm very fair. I'm firm but fair. All right, looks like everyone has turned them in. Here are the answers to round 1. Dynamic duos. Number 1 was Batman and Robin. Number 2, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. 3, Gumby and Pokey. 4, I was going to do JoJo and KC, but it's Casey and JoJo. If you put just a K and a C, give yourself a point. Even though I tried to think of other ways to spell it, I didn't think of the obvious one. Orville was on the left, and Wilbur Wright was on the right. Laverne and Shirley for number 6. Charybdis and Scylla, Odysseus' nemesis. And that was the way that they were depicted. Dick. Scylla, of course, the multi-headed dragon. John Oates and Daryl Hall. That would be Oates and Hall. If you spelled Oates without an E, give yourself a point. I see many of those. Peanut butter and jelly. No brainer on that one. Number 10 was Mrs. Muir and the Ghost. Not the Ghost in Mrs. Muir. Samwise Gamgee and Frodo Baggins for number 11. And number 12, in reverse order, The Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. All right, guys, what do we got for any disputes out there? If you think you got it right, for example, Crockett and Tubbs is incorrect. Peanut butter and jelly, you know what? One team wrote peanut butter and jam. No, that's not the duo. It's not peanut butter and jam. What are you? A Slovakian first lady? It's peanut butter and jelly. Casey and JoJo, everyone, if you wrote KC as just K and C, give yourself a point. The Wright brothers, almost everyone got them right. Mrs. Muir and the Ghost, you guys got it. Sam and Frodo, you guys got it. The Fresh Prince, if you wrote Will Smith, incorrect. Because I said again and again and again, within the context of how they're pictured, as pictured there, they are DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Or in this case, the Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. No points for writing Will Smith. Rules are rules. Do we get credit for just Jazzy Jeff? What do you guys think? I mean, the duo's name is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. So I'm inclined to say no for just Jazzy Jeff, because that's not the duo's in-universe name. Charybdis. Yes, he was. No, but yes, Jay, he was Jazz on the TV show and DJ Jazzy Jeff. But that duo's name is DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince as depicted on all their albums. Yeah, that's my ruling. No DJ, no counts. There you go. Froto. Oh, you spelled it Froto? Okay, technically that is phonetic-ish. I don't know. What do you guys think about Froto? Sounds like Fritos to me. Frito was the name of his name in Board of the Rings, by the way, which was a Harvard Lampoon parody of the late 70s. I want to find a copy of that. Sure, give yourself for Froto. It's not really ideal, but it's phonetic enough. But no DJ, no points. Any other disputes? If not, hop on over to the leaderboard. Tell us how many out of 24 you got correct. Waiting for the OGs. This is the skin of a killer Bella. And the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, oh, there's the points. That's $10 right there. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, you definitely get the $10 back. All right, guys, hop on over. Tell us how many out of 24 you got correct. I'm going to sort the scores out, and then we'll see what the leaderboard looks like as we go into round 2. The book was better. Be sure that you've opened up your link for round 2. The book was better. If you haven't, here it comes right now. Make sure you open that up. And team leaders, make sure you give your caps locks a nice solid push. Round 2, the book was better. Round 3, before and after, the audio round, girl groups. Round 5 is Star-Crossed the Lovers. And the last round night is random shit you should know. The OGs, and this is the skin of a killer Bella. I need your scores put in the leaderboard so I could tell you where we all stand. And if you don't do it, I will do it for you. And since you haven't, I believe I will do it for you. Doop, 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 doop. All right, here we go. Here are the scores as we go in to round 2. Meh, the book was better. Why do I keep giving myself these category titles that make me sound like a Seinfeldian character? Meh, the book was better. All right, here are the scores going in to round 2. In last place, the OGs in the skin of a killer, Bella, because they haven't put their answers in yet. Or, I mean, their scores in yet. Oh, now they did. Bella, I need your scores. You're really killing us here, Bella. You're killing us here, Bella. There we go. All right, now I can read your scores, and now we could go into round 2. 11 points in last place for the Learning League Rundle Z. 14 for I Didn't Get a Harumph out of that guy. 16 for Black Lives Matter. 17 apiece for Real Dynamic Duo, formerly known as Simple Minds. 17 for No Repeats. 18, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, you guys get $10 back. Venmo message me and I'll send it back to you. Or just let me know next week that you get a freebie. 21 apiece, all in second place. 13, 12, the OGs. And this is a skin of a killer, Bella. And 24 out of 24, the leader... We didn't start the fire. Great job representing Hibernia, of all places. Hibernia. I'm flabbergasted, but great job. All right, guys, here we go into round 2. Meh, the book was better. I'm going to read you 10 questions. Then I'll display all of the repeats up on screen for you to peruse at your leisure. I'll ask you to click submit. We'll go over the answers together. We'll tally up the scores, and then we'll go into round 3, before and after. Question number 1 in the book was better. Obviously, this Disney film, adapted from the movie, the book of the same name, didn't use the original material's plot point of hanging Esmeralda for witchcraft. Obviously, this Disney film, adapted from the book of the same name, didn't use the original material's plot point of hanging Esmeralda for witchcraft. For number 1... in meh, the book was better. We didn't start the fire. Identify yourselves. Sandra's asking who's representing the Hib and also kicking ass and taking names. I'm curious too. All right, number 2 in the book was better. In the film Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry refuses to befriend Draco Malfoy after he insults Ron Weasley. In the novel, Malfoy's character is revealed as he instead insults this character. In the film Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry refuses to befriend Draco Malfoy after he insults Ron Weasley. In the novel, Malfoy is revealed as he instead insults this character. For number 2 in Methinks the Book Was Better. Oh, Mary, quite contrary. How does your Waylon grow? Number 3, in the original children's book, this titular character speaks in rhyme, not in a Canadian performed Scottish accent. In the original children's book, this titular character speaks in rhyme, not in a Canadian performed Scottish accent. For number 3, in the book was better. Repeats of all of these after question number 10. Then we'll go into round 3, before and after. The audio round is girl groups. I'm going to love that one. After that, star-crossed lovers. Then the last round tonight is random shit you should know. $50 on the line for the winner. And as usual, got a couple surprises for you. And bribery. Prizes. Bribe-tastic prizes. All right. Number 4. In the film version of this novel, Reverend Dimsdale leaves town with his new family, but in the original source material, he dies of the shame of fathering an illegitimate child. In the film version of this novel, Reverend Dimsdale leaves town with his new family, but in the original source material, he dies of the shame of fathering an illegitimate child. For number 4, in The Book Was Better. Yes, Angela, you may count the name of the ghost and Mrs. Muir, so long as you put them in the right order, which was Mrs. Muir, then the ghost. I mean, that's a deep cut to name the ghost. I thought he was just the captain. I didn't know he had a full name. But then again, what do I know? Number 5. The novel Red Alert concludes with nuclear conflict narrowly avoided. Its film adaptation, this satire, ends a little bit more cynically. The novel Red Alert concludes with nuclear conflict narrowly avoided. Its film adaptation, this satire, ends a little more cynically. For number 5, in The Book Was Better. Hair is looking particularly gray tonight because, well, it's gray. Here we go with number 6, repeats after number 10. Dissatisfied with how his work was depicted on film, Winston Groom began the literary sequel to this novel with the line, "Don't never let nobody make a movie of your life story." Dissatisfied with how his work was depicted on film, Winston Groom began the literary sequel to this novel with the line, "Don't never let nobody make a movie of your life story." For number 6, in The Book Was Better. You guys will all be glad to know that the Baileys and coffee has indeed kicked in. And now I'm running on alcoholic caffeine fumes. Here's number 7. The original novel's titular character is murdered by a genie. In this movie upon which it was based, he survives nearly being killed by Judge Doom. The original novel's titular character is murdered by a genie. In this movie, which it is based, he survives being nearly killed by Judge Doom. For number 7, in Book Was Better. I just wonder, where are these accents? Remind me never to do accents. I'm not an accent guy. Number 8. Dr. Robert Neville is the real monster, not a noble sacrifice, in the literary version of this movie. Dr. Robert Neville is the real monster, not a noble sacrifice, in the literary version of this movie. For number 8, and The Book Was Better. 2 more questions left on this round, then all of the repeats will be up on the screen for you to take a look at, confer with your teammates, put the caps locks on, and click submit when you're ready or when I tell you to, whichever comes first. And again, after you've clicked submit and you're confident that your answers are right, tally up how many out of 10 you got correct and put it in the corresponding column next to your team so we can move the scores on swiftly before round 3, before and after. Number 9, the movie version of this book omits Amy's year-long commitment to feigning a blood phobia to further obfuscate investigations into her future plans. The movie version of this book omits Amy's year-long commitment to feigning a blood phobia to further obfuscate investigations into her future plans. For number 9, the book was better. Mama, click refresh on the browser. Or shut it down and turn it back on again. It's not going anywhere. And number 10. Repeats coming up after this. One critic argued that Brioni's epilogue confession to fabricating the entire story at the end of this movie enhanced the character's sympathetic traits, a factor left out of the novel. One critic argued that Brioni's epilogue confession to fabricating the entire story at the end of this movie enhanced the character's sympathetic traits, a factor left out of the novel. For number 10, here come all of your repeats right now in... Oh, forgot. Those are last week's results. Completely crazy. Let's share join the postal service and bonus in the anagram for you snob tied at the end. And you could see bonuses and anagrams shooting to the top right there. And then second place, the Simple Minds and presidential candidates also tied. So really great job, everyone, last week. But first, here are your repeats. Take a minute or so to take a look at these. Confer with your teammates, and I'll let you know when you must click submit. All right, that's enough time of the repeats. If you are confident with your scores as judged by the Google form, you may enter your answers at any of your scores onto the leaderboard at any time, of course. If you've got a dispute, hold out until I reveal the answers, and we'll go over them together. I see specifically on a couple of them, reading comprehension, you missed a bit. You missed a bit, and I'll explain exactly why. And no buybacks on that one, and I'll explain exactly why. All right, 2/3 of the teams have turned them in. Click that submit button within the next minute or so. Then the answers will be revealed, and we will go into round 3, before and after. The audio round, girl groups. Following girl groups is star-crossed lovers. And the last round of the night is random shizzles for you guys, my bizzles. Again, thank you so much, every guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming week after week and donating immense amounts of money to some very, very good, partially /unemployed /non-employed people. You're really keeping a lot of people's lives afloat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And looks like we got 2 more teams or 3 more teams left to click that submit button. But everyone is following the rules, using all caps, spelling the best that they can. And don't worry if you think a minor misspelling. We'll figure it out. And the answers will be revealed shortly. Then we'll go around 3, before and after. After that, the audio round, girl groups. Following that, star-crossed lovers. And the last round of the night, random. Shizzy. Waiting for 1 or 2 more teams. Click your submit button now so I may reveal the answers. And again, if you're already confident with how many you got correct out of 10, hop on over to the leaderboard and put in the corresponding column how many out of 10 you got correct. So we move the... So we may move the thingy bobs on. Yes. Yes. All right, looks like more or less all of you are in. Here come the answers now. And then we go in round 3, before and after. Please hold any disputes until I've revealed the answers. And then you can discuss with me. I see everyone's answers here, everyone's responses here. So once I see them, you could say, hey, I think for number 5, I got it right. I'll look at it. I'll be like, nope, you didn't. The answers. Number 1, in the Disney film adapted from the book of the same name, Esmeralda was not hanged in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. In the film version, Harry refuses to befriend Draco after he insults Ron. In the novel, Malfoy insults Hagrid. He says he tries to practice magic secretly and sets his bed on fire. Classic Malfoy. In the original children's book, the eponymous character speaks in rhyme, not in a Canadian-performed Scottish accent, is Shrek. The Cat in the Hat in Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat does not speak in a Scottish accent. Shrek does, however. See where you're going with that. And also in the children's book, Shrek rhymes. The Scarlet Letter is the book in which Reverend Dimsdale dies of shame after fathering an illegitimate child. Red Alert was the inspiration for the desperately depressing ending of the satire Dr. Strangelove, or How I Stopped Worrying and Learned to Love the Bomb. If you just wrote Dr. Strangelove, gave yourself a point. We don't need that whole subtitle. Also, you tried to write the whole subtitle and you sort of messed it up, because a couple of you did. Give yourself the point. Now, here's the reading comprehension one. Winston Groom began the literary sequel to this novel, not the sequel. The literary sequel to this novel. Gump & Co. was not made into a movie, therefore there's no way the book could be better. But Forrest Gump was made into a movie. You weren't listening. Oops, no points. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was originally who killed Roger Rabbit, I think. I can't remember exactly, but I was asking for the name of the film. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? If you just said Roger Rabbit, I can't accept that, because the novel and the movie have two different titles, both involving the name Roger Rabbit. No points without the correct movie title. Dr. Robert Neville is the real monster in the original I Am Legend. Amy spends a year feigning a blood phobia to craft her plot in Gone Girl's novel. And Brioni's epilogue is the confession to fabricating the whole story. And, oh, spoiler alert, atonement is all made up. There you go. There are your answers. And you guys, please hop on over to the scoreboard. Tell us how many out of 10 you got right. And if you have any little disputes, please let me know right now. Or forever hold your peace as we go into round 3, before and after. After before and after comes the audio round, girl groups. Following girl groups is star-crossed lovers. And the last round of the night is random shit you should know. Bigger they come, the harder they fall well. Pop up your score right there. And then we will sort the scores, reveal the leaderboard, and then tell you who's in the lead going into round 3, before and after. All right, all the scores are in. Let's see what we look like now. Pop, bam. Well, this is great. Easy math. 16 points for last place and 32 for first place. Double the amount. We did start the fire in the lead. Unlearned League Rundle Zed is in last. But right behind We Did Start the Fire is the Skin of a Killer Bella at 31, 13-12 at 27. A bunch of 26s for the dynamic duo No Repeats. 25 for the OGs and the bigger the come. 23 for Black Lives Matter, and 18 for Didn't Get Her Harumph out of that guy. All right, guys, here we go in round 3, before and after. If you've not played before and after before, you will hear 2 separate questions separated by the word and that will form one compound answer with no partial credit. Think of one half, think of the other half, find the word in the middle that joins together, write the whole thing out. Here is an example. If I were to say this Billy Joel song will get you high tonight and Lynchburg's famous whiskey, the answer would be Captain Jack Daniels. Captain Jack is the Billy Joel song. Jack Daniels is the whiskey. Captain Jack Daniels, one compound answer, no partial credit. Repeats, as usual, after question number 10. Then we move on to round 4, girl groups. Star-crossed lovers for round 5. And the last round of the night, random shit you should know. Question number 1, before and after. Think of one half. Think of the other half. Put them together. That is thine answer, Malige. I gotta stop drinking on the job. Number 1, this electronic act is not brothers. It's just Richard David James. And this television series asked, who killed Laura Palmer? This electronic act is not brothers. It's just Richard David James. And this television series asked, who killed Laura Palmer? For number 1 in before and after. Think of one half. Think of the other half. Put them together. That is your answer. Repeats of all of these will come after number 10. And then we go into the middle round of the night. Girl groups. Lots of good music in that one. Also, lots of terrible music in that one. Also, there's some mediocre stuff too. You know what? It runs the gamut of meh to woo to eh. Round 5, star-crossed lovers. You could probably infer what's coming with that one. And then the last round of the night is random shit you should know. Question number 2. The western terminus of the George Washington Bridge and the $6 Million Man and Fall Guy. The western terminus of the George Washington Bridge and the $6 Million Man and the Fall Guy for number 2. Oh, gotta be careful not to do it that way, but I'm not English, so I don't care. Number 3. This song stayed atop the charts throughout the summer of 1999, and a consumer firework or Owen and Luke Wilson's on-screen debut. This song stayed atop the charts throughout the summer of 1999, and a consumer firework or Owen and Luke Wilson's on-screen debut for number 3 in Before and After. Be sure, if you got the time, to click a like button on this video. The more likes I get, the better permutations. I don't know how YouTube works. I literally don't. But hey, it can't hurt. Here's number 4. This P&G mascot originated as a sailor, not a genie, and a manufacturing facility specifically engineered to reduce airborne particulates. This P&G mascot originated as a sailor, not a genie, and a manufacturing facility specifically engineered to reduce airborne particulates for number 4 in Before and After. Think of one half, think of the other half, find the little word in the middle that joins them all together, and write the whole thing out, and you got yourself 1 whole point, because there's no partial credit in this round. Because this is a brutal and cruel mistress, Before and After is. There's not much mercy here. But there's plenty of mercy. Is last week's answer sheet up? Oh, okay, hold on. I can fix that. Boop, 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 boop. Sometimes I put the wrong link in the wrong place. But I will get that going right now. I apologize. I mustn't have changed the link on that one right there. But if you give me 1 second, I'll send it to you post-haste. Apologies. I occasionally make mistakes. I try my best to do diligently, but we'll figure it out right now. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the delay. Usually I complain about you guys making the delays, not me making the delays. So I will rectify said delay post haste. Hold, please.
Connecting KL969.
I'd like to call Bowery 451. Thank you for pointing out that I made a mistake. We will fix this in post. Oh wait, that's live. There is no post on this. Well, there could be post if I was unlazy enough to edit, but I am lazy enough to edit. Give me 1 second. Cobb job. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. This is annoying. My fault. Tell me if that is the correct one, and then we will move swiftly on, because I believe that is the correct one. If not, I made a mistake twice, which is not beyond me. I'm definitely capable of making multiple mistakes. Okay, tell me if that one is great. If that one is great, then we are ready to roll. If not, this one's right. Okay, great. Sorry about that, guys. So let me repeat this one more time. Clearly made a mistake. This PNG mascot originated as a sailor, not a genie, and a manufacturing facility specifically engineered to reduce airborne particulates for number, whichever one that is. And here's number 5. Don't worry, guys. I'll give you extra time for the repeats since I done messed up. Publication turned online media company best known for its annual college rankings and the printed evaluation of a student's performance. Publication turned online company best known for its annual college rankings and the printed evaluation of a student's performance for number 5 in I Made a Mistake. We run a professional show here at the Gaf East, Gaf West, Brazen Head, Waylon, Biddy's, and Hibernia Trivia Night. I run this trivia as professionally as I bartend. That was the pause for laughter. I'm working on my tight 5. Number 6. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy implores Bowie in this 1973 hit and 1962 Topps card set that inspired a 1996 Tim Burton movie. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy implores Bowie in this 1973 hit and 1962 Topps card set that inspired a 1996 Tim Burton movie. For number 6 in Before and After. Repeats will come up after number 10. You'll get plenty of time to discuss with your teammates. I'll ask you to click that submit button. We will go over the answers together, settle any disputes, tally up our scores, and then move on to round 4, girl groups. Round 5 is star-crossed lovers, and the last round night is random shit you should know. Number 7. This municipal nickname is politician, not weather-derived. And Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage, 1998 Vim Vendors remake. This municipal nickname is politician, not weather-derived. And Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage, 1998 Vim Vendors remake. For number 7 in Before and After. That was a pretty gimme. That was a gimme. Number 8. 15-year-old Sora battles darkness alongside Donald Duck and Goofy in this video game series and phrased used during the Vietnam War and later conflicts describing the effort to win over public opinion. 15-year-old Sora battles darkness alongside Donald Duck and Goofy in this video game series and phrase used during the Vietnam War and later conflicts describing the effort to win over public opinion for the third to last question of that round. Repeats after number 10. Then we go on to the audio round, girl groups. After that, star-crossed lovers. Then the final round of the night, random shit you should know. 2 more questions left on Before and After. And then, as a result of my snafu, situation normal all up, I'll give you guys a little bit extra time to review the repeats as we go into question number 9. Aaron Rodgers' State Farm celebration and automotive instrument warning, properly called malfunction indicator lamp. I like this one. I like this one a lot. Aaron Rodgers' State Farm celebration and automotive instrument warning, properly called malfunction indicator lamp? For number 9, in before and after. And here's number 10, repeats after all of these. Peekskill, New York's fictional Eastland Girls' School was the setting for this Different Strokes spin-off, and after being hit by a car in 2006, DCI Sam Tyler awakes in 1973 Manchester in this BBC series. Peekskill, New York's fictional Eastland Girls' School was the setting for this Different Strokes spin-off, and after being hit by a car in 2006, DCI Sam Tyler awakes in 1973 Manchester in this BBC series. Here are your repeats. You guys got a couple minutes to take a look at those. Then I'm going to ask you to click submit. We'll go over the answers together. Then we move on to the audio round girl groups. 2 minutes to take a look. Another minute or so to click submit. But I'll let you know when you must. If you are confident that the Google form has graded you correctly, you may jump the gun and hop on over to the leaderboard and put how many out of 10 you got right in the correct column. Hi, Pops. Jay, I do take PayPal, and I do take Zelle. Absolutely. I will send me I don't know, how do you usually send me a message? Facebook Messenger? I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, guys, I'm taking down the repeats, but you don't have to click submit quite yet. Remember, guys, round 5 is the bribery round. I'm going to ask you guys for money, and you're going to get clues or answers for round 5, star-crossed lovers, and all the proceeds go directly to the staff at Biddy's, Gaf East, Gaf West, Brazen Head, Waylon, and Hibernia. The answers to round 3 will be coming shortly. We've got 2/3 of the team turned in. Oh boy. And I clearly made this round, judging from your scores, way too easy. Oops. Well, hey, consider it a gift. All right. Let us click that submit button, and I'm going to reveal the answers. If you have any disputes, which most of you do not look like you do, because there are a lot of perfect scores on that round. Congratulations, guys. I clearly didn't bust the old brain pan working on that one, did I? Now, did I? Why am I talking like a 1940s cartoon character? Didn't bust the old brain pan on that now, didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I? Didn't I? All right, turn them in. We're all in. Put your answers up. Put your scores up. Here are the answers. Richard David James, and Who Killed Laura Palmer, Aphex Twin Peaks, the Western Terminus of the GWB and $6 Million Man, Fort Lee Majors, Song atop the charts in 99, and Owen and Luke Wilson's on-screen debut, Genie in a Bottle Rocket, P&G Mascot, who's a sailor, not a genie, later retconned into a genie, and Airborne Particulates Facility, Mr. Clean Room, publication turned online media company for its annual college rankings, and a student's written performance, U.S. News and World Report card. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy, Bowie song, and Tim Burton movie, Life on Mars Attacks. Municipal nickname is a politician, not weather-derived, and Meg Ryan Nicolas Cage movie, Windy City of Angels. Sora battles darkness alongside Donald Duck and Goofy in this video game, and describing how to win the Vietnam War, Kingdom Hearts and Minds, Aaron Rodgers Celebration, and Malfunction Indicator Lamp, Discount Double Check Engine Light. I like that one. I also like that most of you guys got that right. And finally, Eastland Girls School, Different Strokes spinoff, and DCI, Sam Tyler Awakes in 1973 Manchester. The Facts of Life on Mars. I thought maybe you guys would get tripped up by me using Life on Mars twice, but it did not work that way. Everyone did remarkably well on that round. Go on over to your leaderboard and tell us how many out of 10 you got right. And there were a significant amount of 10s. Can we get round 4? We just have round 3 again. Round 4 should be at the bottom of the round 3 form, unless I also messed that one up, which, by the way, looks like is something that I could do. But there we go. That should be round 4. Let me know if it's correct. I did not do my due diligence today, because today, in addition to writing this, I wrote 3 other trivia rounds for other events later on this week. So, little fried. At one point, I think I had 31 separate windows open. So maybe I should stop doing that as we go into round 4, girl groups. Round 4 is girl groups. 1 point for the girl group performing the song, 1 point for the song title. Please do not put the parentheticals to any songs or featurings or anything like that. Just the title of the song. And this is going to be very strict. I sent number 3 again. What is my problem tonight? Oh my God. I'm the absolute worst right now. Doop, deep, doop. I'm sorry, guys. Why am I so bad tonight? I must have just put them in the wrong place. I know it's still 3. Shut the hell up. I'll get it right one of these days. One of these doggone days, I will get it right. But in the meantime, you can review the rules of girl groups. You're going to hear 10 song clips played through once, only once, and you get 1 point for the girl group performing the song, 1 point for the song title, thus 20 possible points. After that comes the audio round. Oh, this is the audio round. Round 5, star-crossed lovers. And then the last round of the night is random. Shit you should know. Meanwhile, let me go over the scores since everyone got their answers and scores in. 19 points for We Didn't Get Her Hump Out of That Guy, 26 for Learn League Rundle Z, 32 for the OGs, 33 for Black Lives Matter, 33 for Bigger They Come, 33 for the Dynamic Duo, 36 for No Repeats, 37 for 1312, 40 for Skin of a Killer, and 42, the solution to the life, universe, and everything. In the lead, we did start the fire. All right, here we go with hopefully... Yes, Jay, I know we need round 4. There it is. For once, I did something right. Round 4 is there. 10 song clips played through once. Don't worry, they're fairly long song clips. You have 1 point for the girl group, 1 point for the song title, thus 20 possible points. Please do not use parentheticals of the song title. I just need the unparenthesized title of the song. Spell the best. Caps locks on. No repeats. Then we go into Star-Crossed Lovers. Y'all ready for this? Everyone ready? Caps locks on. Spelling engaged. 1 point for the band or group. 1 point for the song title. Answers are coming now. Not answers. Clues are coming now.
This conversation, I decided we should be friends. Hey, but now we're going round in circles. Tell me, will this deja vu never end? Oh, and now you tell me that you're falling in love. Well, I never ever
Number 2.
thought that would be.
I worry about nothing. I am wearing a nada. I'm sitting pretty impatient, but I know you gotta put in them hours. I'ma make it harder. I'm sending pick after picture. I'ma get you fired.
Number 3 starts now.
Oh, I deleted all your pics, then blocked your number from my phone. Yeah, you took all you could get, but you ain't getting this done no more. 'Cause now I'm living so legit.
Number 4.
Even though you broke my heart in two.
4.
Fight the feeling. Leave it alone. 'Cause if it ain't love, it just ain't enough to leave a happy home. Let's keep it friendly.
Number 5.
너무너무 멋져 눈에 눈이 부셔 숨을 못 쉬겠어 떨리는 걸. 너무 부끄러워 쳐다볼 수 없어 사랑에 빠졌어 수줍은 걸.
Number 6. Number 7.
They talk about us, telling my ex, well, that was the price. Can you see them? See right through them. They have no shield, no secrets to reveal. Doesn't matter what they say. In the jealous games people play.
8.
I remember how it used to be. You never was this nice. you talk, the more things sound the same. What makes you think you can't just
Number 9.
baby, 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 don't leave me. Ooh, please don't leave me all by myself. I've got this burning, burning, yearning feeling inside me. Ooh,
And
deep
10.
inside me. I know it's hard to hear it, and it may never be enough. But don't take it out on me now, 'cause I blame it all on myself. And I had a fear of forgiveness. I was too proud to say I was
All right,
wrong.
guys. You guys got a couple seconds to discuss with your teammates, maybe a minute or so. And we're going to turn them in and go into round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. After that, the last round of the night, random shit you should know. You don't necessarily have to turn them in yet. I'll let you know when you have to. But in the time being, round 4's answers will come up shortly. In the meantime, guys, take stock of the bribery round. Most of you guys are old stalwarts at this, so you know the rules of the bribery rounds. I'll reiterate them shortly for round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. But then we go in the last round, night random shit you should know. In the meantime, take a minute or so to discuss with your teammates. We'll be right back. One more minute remaining to discuss with your teammates and click that submit button. One team has already turned it in with a prodigiously high score. And the next team has nearly matched them. If, as you turn them in, you like the way the Google judged you, hop on over to the leaderboard and tell us how many out of 20 you got correct. Wow, I'm looking at these scores, and either you guys really, really love these girl groups, or y'all's cheating. But actually, most of these songs have hundreds of millions, if not billions, of listens on YouTube. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that you actually do know a lot of this ostensibly mediocre music. Angela, this round slapped. Well, guys, yep, click that submit button now and hop on over to the leaderboard and tell us how many out of 20 you got correct. But if you have any disputes, hold off. Let me reveal the answers, and then we'll go over it with one another. Now let's see if I got this right for round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. Your form should be at the bottom of that form, but yet I might have messed it up again. So just in case I did, there's that. Who knows? It could be around from 3 weeks ago. Might have messed up. Don't really care. I always make it better because I love you guys. Turn them in now. Looks like we're all in. Here are the answers to round 4. Girl groups, you got 1 point apiece for the song title and for the group's name. Let me know if you have any disputes after these answers are revealed. Number 1, the Spice Girls, Say You'll Be There. 2, Fifth Harmony, Work From Home. 3, Little Mix, Shout Out to My Ex. Maybe the worst song of them all. 4, the Pussycat Dolls, Don't Ya. 5, Girls' Generation, G. 6, Bananarama, Cruel Summer. 7, The Go-Go's, Our Lips Are Sealed. 8, Unvogue, My Lovin' is the title of that song. Not You're Never Gonna Get It. That's the parenthetical. I made those rules explicit. The Supremes for number 9, Where Did Our Love Go? And 10, Haim, Want You Back. Any disputes there, guys? If not, hop on over to the leaderboard. Tell us how many out of 20 you got. And then we will move on to round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. After that, the last round of the night, Random Shit You Should Know. And I have a feeling this is going to come down to the wire. Do we have another tie like we did last week? I don't know. I'm pretty excited. A nice, happy round 10 teams playing tonight. Remember when we first started, there were like 30 teams? That was unmanageable. I prefer an elite cadre of hardcore triviistas rather than the chaff and flares of distracted anti-missile technologies. What am I talking about? I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here come these scores. But oh, no, surprise! Surprise, surprise, surprise! 5 bonus points on the board right now for whomever can first answer this in the YouTube chat. Beauties and I, the beholder, I, sirs and ladies and theys, am the beholder. Therefore, when I first see the correct answer, I will give that team 5 extra points added to their prior total of the last round girl groups. And that will change maybe everything. Because right now, all the teams are very, very, very close to one another. It is the Skin of a Killer. Bella has not entered their scores like usual, but it looks like we got some 56s, some 53s, some 51s, a slew of 50s. Everyone is very close to one another. First correct answer across the YouTube chat gets 5 extra points. Wow! Skin of Killer Bella, I am double checking. Yes, you did. You got 20 out of 20, and they are our leader for the time being at 60 points. 4 points above. We did start the fire. First correct answer in YouTube chat gets 5 extra points. Don't add it to your score. Just try to answer it. And then once we get the answer, we will tell you who is in the lead. And then we'll figure out what team you're on. As we go into the bribery round, Star-Crossed Lovers. What is the name of the home pictured on tonight's background images? What is the name of the home on tonight's background images? First to answer the correct name of that home gets 5 extra points. And I'm going to look at the YouTube chat and see which comes across first. Whoever the first person to answer, what is the name of the home that's been showed on tonight's background? No, that is not correct. Whoever gets the formal title name of that home gets 5 extra points applied to their prior round and potentially the lead. First to answer, no. Sandra, nope. Everyone is still wrong. Still wrong, still incorrect. No, it is not my residence in Beacon, New York. That is an apartment building on Main Street. I need the formal name of that house. No, it is not Sandra. It has one specific name. There we go. The Myco 331. It is the Hamilton Grange or the Grange. Good job, Myco 331. Tell me what team you're on, and I'm going to give you 5 extra points as we move into the bribery round. Star-crossed lovers. The Grange or the Hamilton Grange is the formal name of that house. Mikeo 331. What team are you on? So I could give you an extra 5 points as we move on to the next round. Star-crossed lovers. After that, the last round night random. Shit you should know. Once Mike tells us what team he's on, I'll apply the 5 points bonus to him, reallocate the scores, and see where we move on to next. Because the next round is Star-Crossed Lovers, and that is the bribery round. Bribery round is pretty simple. All proceeds go to the staff at the Brazen Head, the Waylon, Gaf East, Gaf West, etc., etc. If you Venmo me to Austin T. Rogers, $20, it gets you a clue for the next round. Venmo me 40, and you get a full bore answer. Again, guys, the round is Star-Crossed Lovers. $20 gets you a clue. $40 gets you a full bore answer. And on the strength of the Mike Goes 331, We Did Start the Fire is back in the lead by 1 point at 61 points. Wow, this is amazing. 2 teams within 1 point of one another, but only 10 points off the lead. 13-12. No repeats in the middle of that milieu. All right, guys, bribery round starts now. If you Venmo me $20 to Austin T. Rogers, you get a clue for the next round. Star-Crossed Lovers. You Venmo me $40, you get a full bore answer. However, I'm not going to tell you for which question these clues or answers apply. That's 100% up to you to figure out where they go. Again, all of your generosity goes directly to the furloughed staffs of the Brazen Head, the Gaf East, the Gaf West, the Waylon, Hibernia, and Biddy's pubs. Bribery window is open for the next 2 minutes. Then we go into round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. After that, the last round of the night, random shit you should know. 61 points for We Did Start the Fire, 60 for Skin of a Killer. Bribery window is open for just 1 more minute. Remember, $20 gets you a clue. $40 gets you a straight up answer to round 5, Star-Crossed Lovers. All right, guys, we got some generous bribes in, but at any point in time during this round, star-crossed lovers, you can re-bribe me. $20 gets you a clue. $40 gets you a full-bore answer. Actually, that's a pretty interesting strategy. What if you just wait till like questions 8 or 9 and then just go straight for the win because you know you need those extra 3 points? Huh. Never thought of that before. Someone in game theory will probably figure that out. Here we go into star-crossed lovers. And then the last round night, random shit you should know. Of course, as always, repeats will come up after question number 10. Should I give you guys the right sheet this time? Hopefully. Maybe. We'll find out immediately upon the first question repeats. After number 10, number 1, star-crossed lovers first appeared in print in this play. The phrase star-crossed lovers first appeared in print in this play for number 1 in star-crossed lovers. Number 2. In many variations of the Arthurian legend, Camelot's downfall begins with the affair of Queen Guinevere with this knight. In many variations of the Arthurian legends, Camelot's downfall begins with the affair of Queen Guinevere and this knight. For number 2, in star-crossed lovers. Oh, stay with me, lover. Number 3. After Dylan cheats on Brenda with Kelly while she's in France, and Brenda herself ends up in a relationship with the man she met in France, Dylan takes a road trip to clear his head, and when he returns, Brenda and Kelly confront him and ask him to choose between the two of them. Who does he choose? After Dylan cheats on Brenda with Kelly while she's in France, and Brenda herself ends up in a relationship with the man she met in France, Dylan takes a road trip to clear his head, and when he returns, Brenda and Kelly confront him and ask him to choose between the two of them. Who does he choose? For number 3, maybe the longest question I've ever written in this format. Next, question number 4 in Star-Crossed Lovers repeats after number 10. In Rule de Britannia, an alternate history novel by Harry Turtledove, this playwright survives long enough to write Iseult and Tristan to compete with his friend and rival's play Hamlet. In Rule de Britannia, an alternate history novel by Harry Turtledove, this playwright survives long enough to write Iseult and Tristan to compete with his friend and rival's play Hamlet. For number 4, in Star-Crossed Lovers. Of course, the Star-Crossed Lovers in this are Tristan and Isolde, who's been spelled many, many different ways. Tristram, Tristim, Tristin, Iseult, Isilda, Isildur, Isildur, the One Ring. That's someone else. And next up, number 5 in Star-Crossed Lovers repeats after number 10. Oops. I practiced this one, and I totally forgot. Popocatépetl, yes, Popocatépetl was a great Aztec water. I can't even say. I literally practiced this one. I practiced this one before I started, and I still can't do it. Popocatépetl was a great Aztec warrior. I can't say warrior. And Iztaccíhuatl was the emperor's daughter who died heartbroken on a rumor of Popocatépetl's death. And today their names are linked to two of these geologic features. Popocatépetl was a great Aztec warrior, and Iztaccíhuatl was the emperor's daughter who died heartbroken on a rumor of Popocatépetl's death. And today their names are linked to these two of these geologic features. I promise you guys, I literally practiced this one right before I started and still can't get it because it just took me by surprise again. I gotta stop writing all these words. Should just do semaphore. Uh-oh. You are right. It says number 6. Hold on a second. Did I miss a slide in there? Woo-wee. I missed a slide. I'm all full of it. Skip that one. That's number 6. Number 5, you'll get a repeat on. I'm going to give you number 5 right now. I should not. Okay, so the truth of the matter is there's no such thing as multitasking. There's doing many things poorly. Today, I did many things poorly. Here is number 5. In the Aeneid, the Trojan Aeneas falls into a doomed love with Dido. Aeneas' forebears would found Rome, while Dido's would found this mortal enemy of Rome. For number 5. Don't worry, this will come up on the end screen with repeats. In the Aeneid, the Trojan Aeneas falls into a doomed love with Dido. Aeneas' forebears would found Rome, while Dido's would found this mortal enemy of Rome. For number 5, in blubbity blue blue blue. That was question number 5. And then number 6 is up there right now. Popocatépetl was a great Aztec warrior, and Iztaccíhuatl was the emperor's daughter who died heartbroken on a rumor of Popocatépetl's death. And today their names are linked to two of these geologic features. That's number 6. Number 5, don't worry, it will come up on the repeats at the end of the round. I've learned my lesson to never again multitask. Here's number 5 one more time. In the Aeneid, the Trojan Aeneas falls into doomed love with Dido. Aeneas would later, or Aeneas' ancestors would... you mess one thing up and then you're flustered. Dido's descendants would found this mortal enemy of Rome. Who's the mortal enemy of Rome? There you go. That's your question. Number 7. The song Layla by Derek and the Dominoes was inspired by both the 7th century Arabian story of Layla and Majnun and the songwriter's love of Patty Boyd, this musician's then wife. The song Layla by Derek and the Dominoes was inspired by both the 7th century Arabian story of Layla and Majnun and the songwriter's love of Patty Boyd, this musician's then wife. For number 7 in I'm just going to get sloppy right now, right? Let's just start drinking, everyone. Yes, Phil, I should have practiced the word warriors come out to play. All of your repeat delights will come up after number 10. As we go into the last round night, random shit you should know in what is a random shit show hosted by yours truly, who just made a lot of, I usually don't make many mistakes, but I made a lot tonight. Awesome. There is no evidence for number 8 that this 17th century French author and duelist fell in love with his cousin, despite Edmond Rostand's 1897 depiction. There is no evidence that this 17th century French author and duelist fell in love with his cousin, despite Edmond Rostand's 1897 fictional depiction. For number 8, in Star-Crossed Lovers, this dismal round will be over in just 2 questions as we yes, you know what? I love Dido's white flag too, and I'm pretty much ready to wave the white flag after tonight's terrible performance. Hey, you can't win them all. Sometimes you play the keyboard with your elbows. Am I right, John? Oh, no. Here we go with number 9, repeats of all of them after number 10, and I'll give you way ample time to review them in correct order without missing slides. Because, yep, I'm fallible. Hero lit a light every night to guide Leander to her tower until one night a storm blew out the flame and Leander died from this cause. Hero lit a light every night to guide Leander to her tower until one night a storm blew out the flame and Leander died from this cause. For number 9 in star-crossed lovers. Perhaps the star-crossed lovers are crossing my stars right now and sending me a message that I should never, ever write trivia on the subject of love anon. Good night, Margaret. Peace, Peggy. Bye. Are we going to have a barbecue again soon? I don't know. Whatever. Take care of my car. And number 10. Repeats of all of them after number 10. Here we go. In a 1990 to 1991 TV series, quiet rebel yet nice guy James Hurley always blamed himself for this character's mysterious murder. In a 1990 to 1991 TV series, quiet rebel yet nice guy James Hurley always blamed himself for this character's mysterious murder. Here are your repeats of star-crossed lovers, including the elusive number 5. Two-thirds of the teams have turned them in. Let's click that submit button in just a second. And then we go in the last round of the night. In random shit you should know, judging on my performance tonight, after this I'm going to go operate heavy machinery and become an air traffic controller. Again, looks like I did not write this round impossible because you guys are doing the possible. Great job, everyone. Great, great, great job. Even despite my mess-ups, you guys are still excelling, which means you're good students, and I'm just a bad teacher. And here are the answers to round 5 star-crossed lovers. Number 1, star-crossed lovers first appears in the play Romeo and Juliet. In many variations, the Arthurian legend Camelot's downfall begins with the affair of Queen Guinevere and Sir Launcelot. After Dylan cheats on Brenda with Kelly, Brenda and Kelly confront him, and he chooses Kelly. Dun dun dun! Jason Priestley left the series in the final season because he was afraid they would write Kelly and him together, and he didn't like that. In Ruled Britannia, an alternate history novel by Harry Turtledove, Isolde and Tristan is written by alternate history surviving. In the Aeneid, Aeneas falls in doomed love with Dio. Aeneas' descendants would go and found Rome. Dido's would found Rome's mortal enemy, Carthage. Popocatépetl, there, now I got it, fell in love with Itachuatl, and they are now Mexican volcanoes. Layla was written by Derek and the Dominoes, specifically Eric Clapton, about his love of Patty Boy, George Harrison's then wife. They then were married a decade later and stayed married for 10, 12 years. Cyrano de Bergerac never fell in love with his cousin Roxanne. Here a little light, a light every night to guide Leander. But one night, the light was extinguished, and Leander done drowned. And finally, James Hurley always blamed himself for the mysterious murder of Laura Palmer. All right, guys, hop on over. Whoa, that is impressive. No one scored below 7 out of 10 on that round. Absolutely fantastic. Hop on over, put your answers in, your scores in, and then we're going to go into the final round of the night. Random shit you should know. But first, here are the scores. No, Sandra. Jason Priestley, as Brandon, did not want to be written with Kelly at the end of the second to last season. That's why he left the show. So there. Do we get points for death as cause of death? No, you do not. You get points for drowning. A drowning? Did I say it in Swedish? All right, here are the scores. 36 points for We Didn't Get a Haram, 47 for The Harder They Come, The Baby Fall Well, 51 for Learning League, 52 for the OGs, 57 for Black Lives Matter, 59 apiece for 1312, and really dynamic duo, 62 for No Repeats, 70 for The Skin of a Killer, and 71 for We Did Start the Fire, both of whom scored 10s out of 10s. Here we go into the last round night. Oh, surprise. Yes, I am walking, talking, imbibing cliche. 7 points on the board for the first person to crack this anagram. Again, concentrate on cracking the anagram and let us know your team name afterwards. Concentrate all your thought power on this. Of course, the first answer in YouTube chat to be deemed correct from my perspective gets 7 points added to their total. And my God, will that 7 points do a slew of good? And even more so, may create a crushing dominance amongst the two top teams. 71 points for We Did Start the Fire, and 1 point behind them, 70 for The Skin of a Killer, Bella. But that said, if No Repeats or 1312 or the Dynamic Duo or Black Lives Matter, truly, if anyone gets these 7 points, you are good to go. Hey, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, I don't see your scores in that round. Oh, you got 10 out of 10. So I'm just going to do that for you. And that moves you to 57 points, all in striking distance. Here we go, guys. First across to crack this anagram. Every letter must be used. gets 7 points. 7 points. An explorer. Purest sincere. Purest sincere. The clue is an explorer, and every letter must be used. First one to answer it gets their points. Nets their team 7 whole points. For the clue, an explorer. Purest sincere. Every letter must be used. And let's see who gets 7 points as we move into the last round tonight. Random shit you should know. Oh, Adam Roby right ahead for the throat. The USS Enterprise is an explorer. Great job, Adam. Adam, are you the bigger they come, the harder they fall? Well, what team are you on? Let us know. And you get 7 whole points. Great job for Adam Roby. He nailed that so quickly. So absolutely quickly. Excellent job, Adam. Alert us to what team you are on. And I'm going to add your 7 points. I believe you are on the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, but regardless, last round, random shit you should know. There's neither rhyme nor reason to any of these questions. And I'm accruing 7 extra points for Adam Roby right there. And that just shoots his team into a solid 3rd place. Only a slew of points off the lead. 71 for We Did Start the Fire, 70 for The Skin of a Killer, and 64 for The Bigger They Come, the Harder They Fall. Well, last round night random shit you should know. There's neither rhyme nor reason to any of these questions. Do not look for a theme. And there are so many points on the board. I don't think anyone's mathematically eliminated yet, except maybe one team. You know who you are. Question number 1 repeats after number 10. Name either of the 2 animals that make up the order Lepidoptera. Name either of the 2 animals that make up the order Lepidoptera. I'm just a wreck right now. Remind me to never wake up before, say, noon. Number 2, finish this sequence. Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, blank. Finish this sequence. Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, blank. Here we go. Question number 3 in final round of the night. Touring between 2015 and 2018, AC2 was a live show featuring either of these 2 television personalities. Touring between 2015 and 2018, AC2 was a live show featuring either of these 2 personalities. You can name either. You get a point if either's right. Gives you a little bit more options. I'm being pretty fair right now. Number 4. Yerevan is the capital of this country for number 4. Repeats after number 10. Yerevan is the capital of this country for number 4. And Sparkle Fingers. Random shit you should know. Only a couple more questions left on the round and on the evening. And I assure you, there are enough points on the board for nearly anyone to win. And I'm curious, because I think I either messed up or had a stroke of brilliance, or just a stroke, on this last question of the night. Are you guys excited? Well, you'll have to wait a little bit. Here's number 5. Venizelos Mansion, the official residence of the British ambassador to Greece, is home to Thomas Phillips' 1813 portrait of this poet in Albanian dress. Venizelos Mansion, the official residence of the British ambassador to Greece, is home to Thomas Phillips' 1813 portrait of this poet in Albanian dress. For number 5, in Random Shizzies. Number 6. In the Bambara language of Mali, this rope-tuned drum's name means gather in peace. In the Bambara language of Mali, this rope-tuned drum's name means gather in peace. For number 6, in the ultimate round of the evening. Number 7, he's the mascot for Studio Ghibli. He's the mascot for Studio Ghibli. For number 7. Number 8, only 3 more questions on the round and on the evening. Don't worry, I will give you ample time for reviewing the repeats after number 10 and ample time to discuss with your teammates the plethora of answers at your disposal. The theme song to iCarly, Leave It All to Me, was sung by star Miranda Cosgrove and this fellow Nickelodeon star. The theme song to iCarly, Leave It All to Me, was sung by star Miranda Cosgrove and this fellow Nickelodeon star. For number 8. Wow, so we did start the Fires 5 bonus points. Gives them the slim 1-point lead. And the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Well, 7 points only puts them 7 points off the lead. This is the Skin of a Killer Bella, though. Looks like they've got the most solid, adjusted for inflation round of the night. But that's why we have the bonus points. And there are 2 more questions left on the evening. Frank Sinatra called this George Harrison penned track the greatest love song of the past 50 years. Is that what Sinatra sounded like? Probably. Frank Sinatra called this George Harrison penned track the greatest love song of the past 50 years. Finally, question number 10, the 10th and final question of the round and of the evening. All of your repeats will be revealed on screen for you to review with your teammates. I will give you several minutes to look at that. Several minutes before I ask you to click submit, we'll go over the answers together, settle any disputes, and reveal the scores and see who won $50 here at the Waylon, Gaf East, Gaf West, Brazen Head, Biddy's, Hibernia, and... what did I miss? Waylon? I think I said that one. I don't know. I missed one. But you know who we're playing for. 10th question of the night. and the round, and the evening, and all time. 16 possible points on the board. Name up to 16 of the top 32 national liberal arts colleges according to the U.S. News & World Report 2020 Best College Rankings list. You may omit college or university or any of those words and just give what their names are. Name up to 16 possible points, 16 of the top 32 national liberal arts colleges according to U.S. News & World Report's 2020 Best Colleges Rankings. Omit the words college or university or anything like that. Just give us the name and you get a point. There are 32 of them. You get 1 point for as many of the top 16 of those. No, well, there's 32. Top 32. Whatever. Just name them. Just name them. Name them and get points. There. Is it that hard? No, it's not that hard. 16 possible points for that last question of the night. And here are all of your repeats. Dave, it is their list, so their definition may be different than yours. I will give an example. For example, the number one on the universities list is Princeton University. Therefore, if you wanted to answer Princeton University, you could just write Princeton. The number two on their universities list is Harvard University. You can just write Harvard. The number three on their universities list is Columbia University. You can just write Columbia. But that is all I'm giving you. Dave, the answer is there. It is their National Liberal Arts Colleges list, not their National Universities list. All right, that's enough of your repeats. Make sure that you guys follow the Waylon, Gaf East, Gaf West, Brazen Head, Biddy's, and Hibernia on all of their social medias. As you still have more time to click your submit buttons, you don't have to quite do it yet. Continue discussing amongst yourselves. And again, shameless plug. If you have got a corporate trivia event, let me know. I'm glad to host it with more care and diligence than I host this one. Not saying I don't love you, but I make mistakes. All right, guys, you have roughly 2 more minutes left to turn in your answers. I'll let you know when they're due. 4 teams have already turned them in. Let's wrap them up and click that submit button as we go into the answers of the last round of the night. And let's see what happens, because this might come down to the wire. Do we mayhaps end with another tie? I don't know. Looking at some of these scores, it may very well be possible. If you are already comfortable with your scores as judged by the Google form, hop on over. Put your tally in the last round's column. Random shit you should know. If you are not happy with it, wait, because I will reveal the answers, and then we could go down the rabbit hole of any disputes. Most teams have turned them in. I believe everyone has turned them in, and I believe we will more than likely get a definitive winner here at the Gaf East, the Gaf West, the Brazen Head, the Waylon, Biddy's Pub, and Hibernia Hell's Kitchen Trivia Fundy Razy. All good to go? Excellent. You don't really have a choice, because here are the answers. Number 1, Lepidoptera refers to butterflies or moths. Got either? You got it. Nashville, Memphis, Knoxville, Chattanooga would be how that goes. Don't know if I spelled Chattanooga right. I think I did, but I think I spelled it both ways. AC2 was Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper. Most people wrote Anderson Cooper. A couple Andy Cohen fans out there. Yerevan is the capital of Armenia. The Greek ambassador, the British ambassador to Greece, has obviously a portrait of Lord Byron, who died during the Greek Revolution. In the Bambara language of Mali, the rope-tuned drum, whose name means gather in peace, is the djembe. Studio Ghibli's mascot is Totoro. iCarly's Leave It All to Me was co-sung by Miranda Cosgrove and fellow Nickelodeon star Drake Bell. Frank Sinatra said that George Harrison's Something was the greatest love song in the past 50 years. And the top 32 national liberal arts colleges, according to U.S. News and World Report for the year 2020 from 20 to 1. Mount Holyoke, Soka University of America, Kenyon College, Colorado College, Holy Cross, Bryn Mawr, McAllister College, my fucking represents, Barnard College, hers, University of Richmond, Harvey Mudd, the United States Military Academy at West Point, Bates College, Wesleyan University, the United States Naval Academy, Davidson College, Colgate University, Vassar College, Hamilton College, Grinnell, Smith, Haverford, Colby, Washington and Racist, Middlebury, Claremont McKenna, Carleton, Bowdoin, Pomona, Wellesley, Swarthmore, Amherst, and Williams. Those are your top liberal arts colleges. Okay, guys, is everyone confident with their scores? Is everyone satisfied? Does anyone have any disputes? If not, hop on over and let's see. And you know what? I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. But there might be a tie for second, which might be pretty interesting. I'm going to add up the scores right now and see how this came out. Here we go. Oh, yes, of course. If you misspelled my alma mater, you could get a point. I live in the same country as the rest. Well done. Well done. All right, let's see who the winner is. I'm pretty sure the winner definitively is We Did Start the Fire. And it is. With 93 points, We Did Start the Fire. But convincingly so, a tie for second between This Is the Skin of a Killer and No Repeats, who had an incredible last round. They tied at 86 points. Everyone else did remarkably well. What a great evening. Oh, Black Lives Matter shooting up there too with 78, 79 for the bigger they come, the harder they fall. Unlearned League, who had a strong finish there with 20 points in the last round. Thank you so much, guys. What a fantastic evening. We did start the fire. Venmo me for your $50. Everyone else, congratulations. Thank you for coming by here week after week after week. See you guys next Wednesday. Share and invite your friends. Let's round out the circle a little bit larger. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagrams and Facebooks, and whatever. Pia Jesu Domine, Dona est requiem cum sancti spiritu, in gloria Dei Patris. Amen. Next time, I promise, I'll be a little bit more careful. Just a little bit. Have a great evening and good night.